Will Anime Reborn save us? If you don't know what I mean by this statement, it's been a common notion around the anime tower defense community that Anime Reborn is the game that will cure us all of our boredom. It has been highly anticipated and long awaited by a lot of people, including myself, and for good reason. The game boasts a pretty high production value with good looking characters, models, animations, great looking maps, VFX, etc, etc. All the things that are becoming of an anime tower defense game. And with the amount of time that it's taken its competitors, cough cough Anime Vanguards, to release new content, it's left players in a bit of a thirst, a drought, a need for more content is the best way that I can describe it. And Anime Reborn's release is right around the corner at the time that I'm making this video. Now, I'm only going to be using footage from their trailer because I myself can't play the game and I couldn't get footage for it. But I'm sure there's a lot of YouTubers that have made videos on it already, so if you want to watch gameplay of the actual game, like in-game, in real time, then you could literally just search up Anime Reborn on YouTube and it'll show up. And that's another thing that I wanted to talk about in this video. The amount of social media presence, specifically on the YouTube side of things for Anime Reborn, has been astronomical. Namely because a lot of big name YouTubers are actually co-owners slash working on the game, from my understanding. You know, take everything I say here with a grain of salt because I myself don't really know how that works. But a lot of big YouTubers, I'm sure you guys know them. Let me name some. Nagblox, Sebi, like, you guys watch them, I'm sure you do. They are very, very big names in the anime TD community for YouTube. I'm sure you guys have seen their videos. They're pretty big, well-established content creators, and those two are just two of the many that are working on the game or co-owners of the game. There's multiple of them, and they're all very big content creators. And I've seen a lot of advertisements for the game through their channels. I myself am one of the people that discovered the game through their advertisements, and I'm sure that a lot of people, similarly to me, also discovered the game through a YouTuber promotion. So the game has built up a pretty good amount of hype, and with a lot of YouTubers using their fan bases in order to build up more hype for the game, a lot of people that watch their videos would join the Discord server and wait for it to drop, look at the updates channel, the announcements logs. I was one of them. I saw the promotion for the game in a YouTube video that I was watching, and it piqued my interest. And now that the release date is not set in stone, but it's upon us, I'm fairly confident that it's going to come out this weekend. Do I think that this game is going to save us? What do I mean by save us? Do I think that it's going to, help with the fact that Roblox anime tower defense games right now sort of have nothing to do? They're a little bit dry. You don't see too many people on them, at least not to the insane degrees that you would back in their heyday. And I say back in their heyday like it was a super duper long time ago. Anime Vanguard's released like a month or two ago, when they had like a peak of 250,000 concurrent players, or back when Anime Defenders had like hundreds of thousands of concurrent players. You get what I'm trying to say. So do I think Anime Reborn is going to be able to fill in that slot, really take advantage of the market of people that are fiending to play these games? People like me who will just hop on any anime tower defense game as soon as it releases just to try it out at least. Well, I think it will. Now, I'm not going to say that this game is going to be insanely revolutionary and it's going to change the way that you see tower defense games on Roblox as a whole. No. But it definitely looks like a pretty well-made project with a lot of time and effort put into it. And it shows, not only in their trailers, but in the gameplay videos that other YouTubers have made. I've really been able to draw the conclusion that this game looks like it's going to be fun. And the hype behind it seems well-deserved from what I'm seeing so far. Now, I've always been a big advocator, and I'll say it again, overhyping a game can be a double-edged sword. I don't think it's healthy for a game to receive insane, otherworldly amounts of hype, because more often than not, the fans of these games set themselves up for failure. I'll give you some examples. RLC's insanely hyped game, and although I think it's a very high effort, high budget project that looks extremely professional, I just don't think that the developers can meet the otherworldly insane amounts of hype that the fans have for that game. Anime Vanguards is another example. It had an insane amount of hype on release, and with good reason, that hype translated to hundreds of thousands of players and even more money in the pockets of the developers. But then a lot of people started critiquing the game. A lot of people started jumping ship, switching sides. A lot of people weren't happy not only with the amount of content that was on release, but with the speed of updates. And that really just brings me back into my central argument. I don't think overhyping a game is ever a good thing. That's not me being pessimistic. Obviously, I don't think Anime Reborn is going to be a bad game by any stretch of the imagination, but I just think that it's better if you as a consumer of these games always brace yourself a little bit and don't have insanely high expectations for not only anime tower defense games, but games on Roblox as a whole. Now, with all that being said, what do I personally think about Anime Reborn? I, for one, am extremely excited to play it. It looks very cool. It looks very well made. And the units look very fun to play with. I could really drone on and on about the things that I'm excited to try out about the game, but in the interest of not keeping this video too long, I think I'm going to end it here. All in all, do I think Anime Reborn is going to overtake Anime Vanguards and steal all their players and claim their spot as the #1 tower defense game on the platform? Only time will tell. I really can't tell you with a definitive answer as to whether or not that's actually going to happen. Now, Anime Vanguards does have a pretty dedicated player base already, but I do see a lot of their player base unhappy with the current state of things. And, with good reason. I'll leave you with this. If Anime Reborn can manage to pump out content at a faster and more consistent pace than Anime Vanguards, I definitely think a good chunk of Vanguard's player base is going to be going over to Anime Reborn. Maybe not permanently, but at least for a very, very long time. And, who knows how things will go. I, for one, am just very, very excited to try out Anime Reborn. I'm sure a lot of you are too. So, with all that being said, that is going to bring me to the end of this video. If you guys have any opinions about Anime Reborn, if you're excited about it, let me know in the comments. With all that being said, that's going to be it from me. Thank you for watching. Have a great day or night wherever you are, and we'll catch you in the next one.